I am pretty sure that many of us always ask themselves, am I doing the right thing? Am I at the right place? Am I with the right persons? Am I with in the suitable conditions in order for me to accomplish brightly my destiny, my vocation, my future? Am I not on the wrong way?
Great, and how are you?
I'm good, by the grace of God. We are very happy to have you today for this occasion, for this podcast, and we hope we will learn too much from you today by this one. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity. Not to take much of your time, we just start. Mom, from your experience, from your life, what can you think? How can you define destiny?
Okay, the word destiny itself is very broad in explanation and in definition. We could look at destiny as the future. Literally, it is the future, or what the future might hold. And we could also, look at destiny from the perspective of, the inevitable events of life, things that are just bound to happen in someone's life with or without their input.
Okay.
So I would look definitely at destiny from those two perspectives.
Okay, Mom. Okay, very nice. But we are living every day. We are doing our best because we want to reach somewhere, because we are looking for that for the accomplishment of what we are calling our destiny. We are struggling. We are doing some privations. We are doing some efforts in order to be able to accomplish brightly that future, as you said, that our destiny. So how do you know? How do I know, me personally, that I'm on the right way? I'm on the right way to the bright accomplishment of my destiny.
Okay, so I believe life is a process that has its peaks and it has its lows. It has its negatives, it has its positives. It is also sometimes snared with some challenges, and yet we have to keep pushing, we have to go forward, and we have to try and live life in the best way that we can. So as we are looking at destiny and talking about accomplishing or realizing our fullest potential in the future, how do we know that I'm on the right way, or I am, doing things the right way or incorrectly? So I want to believe that if one knows or has an idea of probably what they would like to be in the future, or an idea of their destiny, you should be able to tell if you're going in the wrong direction or in the wrong way. How do we know that I'm going in the wrong direction? Certainly, if you are working at something and constantly there's too many obstacles to accomplishing a particular task, it could probably mean that you're not destined to doing it. Okay. On the other hand, as well, there's a bit of contradiction to it as well, because on the other hand as well, we always encourage everybody, or the new generations, the future, that you need to just keep striving and keep pushing towards working through what you need to in order to realize your success, right? Or in order to realize the very best from what you're doing. But in most cases, if it is something that is inevitable that you should be a part of, right? For example, I could maybe give an example from the Bible. I'm allowed to bring in religion.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, yes, probably I could give an example from the Bible, from the Word of God, when we look at Jonah.
Okay.
Yes, he had to do what he had to do, and he tried to run away from fulfilling the task that was before him, because he was destined to be to take up the task from God, and he decided, no, I'm not going to do it this way. Yes, I will not go, and he decided, I will not go and take it up. He decided to divert from what he needed to do. What happened to him? He still did not proceed in running away from what he needed to do. So destiny or fate, in a way, brought him back. Yes, to doing what he needed to do. So sometimes it needs, I would say, one would need discernment, like really strong discernment to know, what is a challenge that I just need to overcome, or an obstacle, or challenge. Does this one say this is completely wrong, or this is just a small little mountain that you just need to go up, and in order for you to cross beyond. So in order to realize the accomplishment, or to get to your fullest light, or realize that light, we also have to have discernment in order to know, when we face the challenges, when we have the obstacles, what are they and what do they say to us? So I don't know if I've answered you appropriately on that.
No, of course you answered it very properly. Okay, Mom, in life we always say, to everything we have to pay the price to have it. Generally, we always say that when you go to the market, you want to have something, you have to pay the price. You want to buy a car, you have to pay the price accordingly for that cost, the cost of the car. In life, we want to pay the price. We know, I'm sure, there are too many young men outside there. They are struggling. They want to make it in life. They want to realize what they are born for. But they want to pay the price, but don't know what is the price, and they don't know what price and for what are you paying. So how can we know in this life which price we should pay, and after all, for what are we paying the price? I don't know if you get my question.
I do get it. So the ultimate idea here is we want to realize our fullest potential, right? We want to see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? We want to get to the top. This is what we are hoping to do. And yes, indeed, in life, we have to pay something. If it is an object or a material, it could be food. You have to pay for it in order for you to get food. You have to pay for your accommodation, if you are renting it, or you have to build, which is the price that you're paying in order for you to get like a shelter, right? So in the case of getting to the top, in the case of realizing your fullest potential, and in the case of getting satisfaction in, life, and having to tell yourself that I have lived the very best, I have been successful, I have definitely, gotten to the top. What is the price? The price to that is hard work. You have to work extremely hard. And the price for it as well is to never give up. You have to push. You'll have to understand, if you know what you want to do, where you want to be, then you're going to have to work. And that is the price of it. You want a degree. What are you going to do? The price is you study.
You study,
Yes, the price is you study. Exactly. So you have to work hard. And how do you study? It's not going to be easy. Attaining the degree is not going to be easy. You have several courses that you have to complete in order for you to get a degree in a particular field. And not everything that you encounter is going to be easy. You're going to have to put in hard work, for example, towards studying, to have to balance your time, your free time, along with your study time, and bring a balance to it. Yes, a certain balance to it. And by so doing, if you manage it, then you would be able to. Some courses, some programs are going to be very, very difficult, and they're going to need you to put extra effort, which is going the extra mile, not giving the substandard or what is required, but going the extra mile. What is going the extra mile? Probably if you're studying 2 hours, maybe you're having to study 3 hours.
3 hours.
If you are having difficulties in the class, probably, after the classroom, probably you follow your instructor to get more information, or maybe you meet that student that is brighter or understands the subject better than you. So that is the price you're working, and that is part of working hard towards what you want to get to, you know, never giving up, constantly pushing. I have an acronym that is push, and push to me, it means, you know, pray until something happens, right?
Yeah.
So if you also bring in from a religious perspective, we could also say push. You know, you push. You're not only going to pray, you're also going to work physically, you know, and then you also pray. And then we can use push literally in its literal, you know, meaning, to push.
Really?
You know, challenges may come, you know, if this side is heavy, but there's still strength from this end, then you use
push.
your left hand to push,
Push, yeah.
and make sure that you overcome